Jamahal Hill and Magomed Ankalaev had a back and forth on Twitter. Magomed tweeted this. He wrote, "Careful what you wish for, Chubby. I am coming for my belt." Jamahal replied, "Only thing I wish is that people actually wanting to see you fight. You don't have a belt, never have, and while I'm here, you never will. Chubby will turn you into a meme. Earn the fight, and will gladly free these on your Abe Lincoln looking ass. Hashtag sincerely, hashtag your king." Stephen Thompson and his brother Tony on the What's Up Everybody podcast react to Derrick Lewis taking his third straight loss this past weekend. They debate on what Derrick should do next in his career.
I thought we were going to see a whole new Black Beast. I mean, he lost a ton of weight. He looked in great shape. First round sub. But, I mean, the guy he's fighting is just... is he undefeated?
No.
I think, he's not?
No.
But he's been crushing it. Who was it he fought before the Black Beast? Finished him.
Spivak?
Was it Mike? Yeah, I think it was Spivak.
No, Spivak is who he fought. I think you're thinking of somebody different.
No, Spivak, yeah. Isn't he from like
I think
overseas?
You're thinking of somebody, but I think you're thinking of somebody different. I think you're thinking of the guy that knocked out Tuivasa. Sergey Spivak. He beat Augusto Sakai, Greg Hardy. He got beat by Tom Aspinall.
Oh, it was Greg Hardy. I think I saw that. Yeah, we were doing a UFC fight night.
Yeah. He TKO'd Hardy. I mean, so he's been all right. He beat Greg Hardy, then he beat Sakai, then he beat Derrick Lewis. Derrick Lewis has lost his last 3 in a row. I don't think he's ready. I don't think he needs to retire. I definitely think he needs to take a break and kind of rekindle that flame, though. Because there's obviously something going on. He lost to Gon. He beat Chris Daukaus, knocked him out. Amazing. KO'd by Tai Tuivasa, KO'd by Sergey Pavlovich, who's a stud.
Yeah.
And then submitted by Sergey Spivak.
I mean, he's getting beat by studs, bro.
Yeah, he is, but you got to just kind of chill a minute and be like, all right, let's reassess.
Yeah, I thought he did that because he came back looking great. You know, everybody talking about all the weight and stuff that he's lost. He took the camp seriously.
Yeah.
When he's known just to just show up whenever, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's the talk.
He definitely needs to take some time and just get his mind right.
He's not at the point where I think UFC's going to cut him. I don't think
no,
that.
Dana White said he's not.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Because, you know, there was a time there you lost 3 in a row. You were, like, scared.
3 in a row, you were done.
Yeah, you were out of there.
It was literally 3 strikes, you're out. But, yep, 3 strikes, you're out. Yeah, Black Beast, he's a household name.
He's iconic,
He's hilarious. Man. He's an icon. He's got some hot balls. So everybody's going to know that for forever.
Yep.
You know, I think he just needs to take a break, chill, take his time, get his mind right, reassess.
Come back at 205.
Change weight. So, still love watching him fight. He's always out there trying to knock people out, you know.
Yeah.
Islam Makhachev had a little dig on Israel Adesanya earlier today. Islam and Alexander Volkanovski made an appearance on the DC and RC show. Here's what he had to say about Izzy. A link to the full episode of DC and RC will be in the description.
Of course, brother, this is a mistake for him. Because his teammate Adesanya jumped to the other way, showing him bad example. But he don't listen.
Daniel Cormier explains how Charles Oliveira can secure a fight with Conor McGregor. DC thinks Charles needs to get personal. On his YouTube channel, DC said, "I really believe that for Charles Oliveira now, not holding that belt was the one thing that made him valuable to Conor. Conor thought, well, this is a guy that strikes. This is a guy that can be hurt. This is a guy that holds the championship. So I want to fight that dude. But when you talk about star power and risk management, you ain't looking to fight Dude Bronx if it ain't for something so grand like a championship. If he really does want an opportunity, I think Oliveira needs to talk more about McGregor and be more insulting about McGregor and talk about all the issues that McGregor has. From the issue with the bus, from the issue to the fight with the man in the pub, to the issue that he's going through now. I think he has to get personal as personal can be. So Dude Bronx, get personal, get nasty if you want to catch that check." Sean O'Malley on the Bro Malley podcast discusses his new contract he just signed with the UFC.
In the negotiations, I tried to get it. Pay-per-view points, not being the champ, didn't fly. But I will say, I did resign with the UFC. Thank you.
Wow, congratulations.
I got a very gracious contract that I'm proud of. Me and Emron walked in there and we negotiated. They said this, I asked for that. I asked this, they said no. They said yes. I said what? They said huh. And I got a number that I'm very happy with, and I truly don't think if any manager that I had could have went in there and got me what I got. And That also helps with the relationship I've built with UFC.
Right.
I have like I feel like I have earned this contract. I'm not like, hey, I deserve this. This is what I feel like I've earned the amount that I'm getting paid. And I think the UFC, I think they're fine with paying people what they earn. And I feel like I'm in a good position with UFC, and I'm getting paid what I earn. I'm very happy with how the negotiations went.
So walk it for people like us who aren't gonna ever.
But
negotiate.
saying that, I signed 8 fights.
Of 8 fights.
Which is kind of a lot. I mean, that's typical 6 to 8 fights, 5 to 8 fights, probably never even 5. They always do that just to kind of lock you in. But they're also fair. In my situation, I've never fought out a contract. I've always been able to renegotiate before that time was over. Hopefully, and I believe so, that in 2 fights, I knockout, boom, I'm able to renegotiate again. And if not, I'm still happy with what that second, third fight will be. Very happy.
Khamzat Chimaev has his sights set on a fight with Robert Whittaker. A few months back, Khamzat said he would rather train with Whittaker rather than fight him. Khamzat said, "I want to train with that guy. He's really good, like one of the best guys in the world. I was watching his fight, I'm a big fan. So I watch all things. I watch how he trains and all these things. A lot of guys want to fight me, so Robert never said something bad about me. There's a lot of guys talking shit about me. I'm going to go take their heads off, So we'll see." Now Khamzat has changed his mind. Speaking of Red Corner MMA, Khamzat said, "I think I will fight Robert Whittaker. I want this fight. I like him as a human being. He's a solid guy. Doesn't trash talk. Doesn't cross any lines. We are going to have fun at the press conference and fight each other." And that's going to wrap it up for the news. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to subscribe to Full Mount MMA and click the bell icon to be notified when we post future ones. Here are the 3 top comments from last video. The first one says, "I think it's funny that Bilal always goes on a podcast calling people out and talking smack, but everyone just disregards him." The second one says, "Chandler's whole message summed up. Either I win or he wins, but either way, someone wins." And the final one's from Henry Dillashaw. It says, "See, Robert understands exactly what the UFC is. Did you catch that? If the UFC wanted me on that card, they would have made it happen. Obviously, they have different plans for me. He knows it's a story. I've heard him say I'm just going to keep knocking them down, line them up, and I will knock them down. He knows his 2 true jobs are to win and be marketable. In Bobby's case, the dude is just straight up lovable. No act needed." Those were the 3 top comments from last video. If you want to be featured on the next one, all you have to do is comment down below. If you missed yesterday's news, click the video on screen to get caught up. And make sure to go subscribe to our second channel where we post our exclusive MMA interviews.